Okay, here is example number 2 of using the quadratic formula. Remember, first thing we check is that it's equal to 0, so we have x squared minus 2x plus 5 equals 0, and so we're good there. So now we can say what a, b, and c are. So a equals 1, there's nothing in front of x squared. B, the number in front of x is negative 2, and c is 5. So now we're going to go ahead and plug a, b, and c in to the quadratic formula. So we have x equals negative parenthesis, b is negative 2, plus or minus the radical, and then we have b again squared. Remember to put it in parentheses. B is negative 2 squared minus 4. A is 1 in parentheses, and C is 5. Then it's all over 2 times A, and A is 1. So remember, we're going to go ahead and simplify the opposite of B and to A. So x equals opposite of negative 2 is positive 2 plus or minus radical some number that we're going to go get in a minute, all over 2 times 1, which is 2. Okay, now we're going to go type in what's underneath the radical, which is right here, but not including the radical. We're going to go type that in our calculator to figure out what that is. So we've got, clear all, it's a nice button. Okay, we've got parenthesis, negative 2, close parenthesis squared, then minus 4, parenthesis a is 1, close parenthesis, open parenthesis, c is 5. So we've got it equals negative 16. So we're going to go back and put negative 16 underneath the radical. Negative 16. Okay, so last time we put parentheses around the top and went and divide. However, this number under the radical is called the discriminant. I don't know if I spelled that right. But the discriminant tells you, it kind of gives you a hint of how many solutions you're going to have. If it's positive, like example 1, we're going to have 2 solutions. If it is negative, like this example, it doesn't cross the x-axis, so we actually have no real solutions. And one way to tell that is if you typed radical negative 16 into your calculator, you have to remember the negative, it's going to come up with error and it's not going to work. So that's how we know that this has no real solution. So for a problem that has a negative under the radical like that, that's inside, we can just say no real solutions and we're done.